We have an update on a WWE superstar accused of scamming fans, and Vince McMahon was referenced on AEW television last night. But first, let's get to the quickfire headlines, as new IWGP United States champion Kenny Omega would speak with Tokyo Sport this week after his win over Will Ospreay, revealing his plans for his ongoing reign. After winning the title this past Wednesday at Wrestle Kingdom, Omega wants to defend in both AEW and New Japan, and would say, "I want to defend the title in either New Japan or AEW. When I was last the US champion, I had most of my defenses in Japan, so I want to do it not only in the United States, but also in Japan." Omega will be back on AEW television next week when AEW Dynamite heads to the Forum in Los Angeles, with the Elite set to compete in a ladder match in the 7th and final match of their series with the Death Triangle for the Trios Championships. According to Fightful Select, AAA and CMLL have expressed interest in former Impact Wrestling star Lady Frost, who is currently a free agent. In October, she would be granted a release from Impact after requesting it in early 2022, with multiple companies in Mexico now having inquired about working with her. CMLL are said to have offered her a contract, whilst AAA have simply made inquiries. At SmackDown last week, Uncle Howdy made a surprise appearance, interrupting a confrontation between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight, before dropping Wyatt with his sister Abigail. Recent news that Wyatt's real-life brother Bo Dallas was backstage at the show has fueled rumors that he's behind the mask, and we now have some more interesting notes on the matter. According to Fightful Select, Howdy's identity is being kept close to the vest backstage, and the person behind the mask does not remove it in front of others and remains in disguise when making his way to his segments. That's not to say it's not Bo, but if it is, he's never been seen in costume without the mask. Prior to the live edition of Battle of the Belts, AEW would hold a live episode of Rampage where a huge upcoming match was confirmed. During a backstage promo, Hangman Page would announce that he's finally been cleared to compete following a recent concussion, which now sets up a match with Jon Moxley, the man that caused the concussion in the first place, with it going down next week on AEW Dynamite inside the LA Forum. The daughter of a wrestling legend would compete at last night's AEW Dark tapings, which took place prior to Rampage and Battle of the Belts. Teal Piper, the daughter of Rowdy Roddy Piper, would team up with Kel to take on Tay Mello and Anna Jay in tag team action, receiving a big reaction from the crowd. It's not her first time in an AEW ring, with her first appearance coming during the Casino Battle Royal at All Out 2019, with her now having 2 All Elite matches on her record. Yesterday, the poster for the upcoming Royal Rumble event was revealed by BT Sport, and as we covered last night, it led to speculation of The Rock returning to WWE due to the electric nature of the design. One thing we didn't cover is the cast of wrestlers that make up the poster, with us having some more clues on other potential returns. 2 major stars that find themselves on the poster include Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, both who haven't been seen on WWE television in a while. Rhodes is rumored to be coming back very soon, with video packages about him airing on Raw for the past 2 weeks, with him also being spotted on the side of a WrestleMania production truck. As for Lesnar, he hasn't wrestled since November at the Crown Jewel 2022 event, with it looking like he'll be back in the ring by the end of the Rumble show. And speaking of Royal Rumble, the show's WWE Universal Championship match is now set, with Kevin Owens set to challenge Roman Reigns for the title. Last night on SmackDown, the Bloodline kicked the show off while Sami Zayn hyped up the crowd, before Reigns began questioning him, wondering if he was trying to become the tribal chief. However, Kevin Owens interrupted the questioning and declaring that Reigns has a problem with him and not Sami Zayn. Owens then challenged Reigns for the championship before it was accepted, setting up the title match for the Royal Rumble. According to Front Office Sports, the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund is emerging as a potential bidder for WWE. The PIF controls $620 billion in assets and have recently bankrolled the Live Golf organization with $2 billion, as well as recently taking over Premier League team Newcastle United. It looks like WWE could be next, with the company already having links to Saudi through their deal to hold 2 large-scale pay-per-views in the nation over the course of a 10-year deal. The report would also list Amazon, Comcast, Endeavor, Liberty Media, and CAA as potential buyers, not to mention Disney and NBC Universal, who weren't mentioned. And next we have an update on a WWE superstar accused of scamming fans. As we've covered in recent videos, WWE superstar Logan Paul has found his reputation damaged once again, this following a trilogy of documentaries made by investigative journalist CoffeeZilla on his YouTube channel. The series, titled Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, exposes a recent project named CryptoZoo, a cryptocurrency-based video game that lets players earn money, led by Logan. Paul is being accused of scamming millions of dollars out of investors, with the trail uncovering leads to some shady people. Given the amount of information revealed in the videos that span over an hour in total, I couldn't even begin to cover it all, but suffice to say, it's not a good look for the social media star after broken promises led to investors losing millions of dollars. In response to the series, Logan would release a short video where he would say that he's suing CoffeeZilla for defamation and denied any responsibility for the money investors had lost. He would attempt to discredit the documentary by claiming that some of the people interviewed that were involved in the project couldn't be trusted because of their criminal record. You know, the very same criminals he hired for his project. This whilst ignoring all of the key points made in the documentaries, doing nothing to prove his innocence. It's safe to say that the response video, as well as the impulsive podcast that was released later, wasn't received well at all. Following calls for Logan to take accountability for his actions, and following an extremely unfavorable reaction from the crypto and YouTube community, Logan has now decided that he will no longer be suing CoffeeZilla and said that he will now be taking accountability for the way things turned out. He would take to the CryptoZoo Discord to write, "Hey all, just wanted to update you. I deleted my initial response to Coffee's series. It was rash and misaligned with the true issue at hand, so I called him today and apologized. The war is not with Coffee. In fact, I'm grateful he brought this to light. I'll be taking accountability, apologizing, and coming forward with a plan in the near future. Thank you for all believing in this project and sticking with me." As for his WWE future, plans still appear to be full steam ahead, with recent reports revealing that he's set for a showdown with John Cena, this at WrestleMania 39, with the scam claims doing little to affect his wrestling career. Next up, Vince McMahon was referenced on AEW television last night. In recent days, headlines have been dominated by the WWE return of Vince McMahon, who has taken back his role of chairman of the board. This after retiring from the company due to hush money payments that were uncovered in company documents in order to keep quiet allegations of misconduct towards female employees. Well, following the news of his return, AEW Tag Team Champion Max Caster would make reference to McMahon last night on Battle of the Belts, this ahead of the Acclaim's title defense. Caster and Bowens would put their tag belts on the line against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, with their feud getting personal over recent months following Max's raps about Jeff's real-life wife Karen. During the infamous rap segment last night, Caster would this time say, "You were staying on this businessman. I mean, Jeff Jarrett is worse than Vince McMahon." In the end, the Acclaimed would walk away as still champions as Caster hit Lethal with a mic drop from the top rope for the 1-2-3. The diss came just hours after AEW president Tony Khan took a shot at McMahon on Twitter, with him jokingly wondering why everyone at work is being so nice to him all of a sudden, with the competition not afraid to take some digs. And before you go, make sure you check out me using AI to simulate WWE and AEW in 2023.